Hello, boys. Jead here. I hope you are all good. Making millions on FC26 does not need to take years of your life away. You don't need to spend hours and hours grinding. It can actually be quite simple. Let me show you how. If you're new here, boys, we're up to about 5.5 million coins liquid on the main account. And then on the second account, we're just about to hit 1 million coins liquid. And let me show you boys today how you can do the same without too much effort. Basically, how can a casual or someone with not a lot of time who does work or school or college, how can they trade to make the most coins on FIFA because they can't spend hours every day doing simple sniping or whatever? We're going to cover what methods are actually just pretty easy and don't take too much time. What can you just buy and hold and wait for it to, go up? When should you actually be on the game? When should you spend your precious time on the game? And right at the end, I want to show you realistically how much can you make as a casual trader, as well as one hard truth that you just need to know if this is how you want to trade. So yeah, let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. What methods, boys? What methods can we do that don't take too much time on the game? Well, firstly, let's start with what to avoid. You're going to want to avoid anything chemistry style trading, and I love chemistry style trading. It's how I got to 6 mil, and it's how I got to 1 mil. I have a lot of time to be spent on the game, and I do stuff like this all the time. Chemistry style trading, like sniping special cards, gold cards, all sorts. I think it's amazing. But if you don't have a lot of time on the game, this is not where you want to spend your time. Another thing you won't have a lot of time for is mass bidding. We talk about mass bidding a lot on Fodder. And Fodder, you could just go, put the price in. I think he's about 9,500 coins, right? Is he 9.6? So you would go and you'd just go and mass bid on all these cards at 9,000, maybe 9,000 flat coins. Now, this can be a great trading method to make coins. Don't get me wrong. But as you can see, it would take time to go and bid on all of these cards. Try and, fight off other people bidding for them. The people who bid on cards on FIFA and FC, by the way, are the lowest IQ individuals in the world. It's crazy. But you go bid on all these cards, try and win them. It takes a lot of time. So we're looking to avoid those type of methods and instead do what I want to show you. I have 3 different things I would focus on if you're someone who's a casual or just doesn't have too much time to make coins. That is Evos, Fodder investing, and lazy listing. And lazy listing is so important. But let's talk Evos and Fodder investing. And boys, comment down below your favorite Evo player in your team. I'll rank them all out of 10 because you all keep saying to me you've got the best Evo player, and then I see another one, 10 seconds later that's better. So let's see who actually has the best Evo player. Right, Evos first, boys. This can be an insane way in such a small amount of time to make crazy amounts of coins. Here's how I would do it if I were you. I'd go to Footbin, go to my list. I loved using lists. You boys know this. And go to Evolutions, right? You can, I say go to Evolutions, create a list called Evolutions or call it Evos or whatever. Now, as you can see, I've made one here. You can copy some of these players, but I quickly put this together just for the video. You basically want to put in all the players that are super popular for Evos. So Liao, Doku for winger Evos, Van der Ven, Ibanez, Militao for centre-back Evos, Rashford. I've put Pina in because we're going to, eventually get 86 Evos, and I'm sure she'll be really popular for them. You got Frimpong and Balde for fullback Evos, and I'm sure there is loads that I'm missing, right? But go and put these in and just make a list. It'll take you, 5 minutes? Probably not even that, right? Once you've got your list, all you're going to do here, right, if you're someone who's on the game infrequently or, you just don't have a lot of time to go and snipe or whatever, is when you're on the game or when you're on the companion app and you have time to buy players, go to this Evos page and go and check who is currently low. Now, how do you know that? There's a couple of different ways you can, figure it out. But essentially, if you click on a card like Salma, you just go to her daily graph here, see what the lowest she gets to is. The lowest she gets to is 7.2, and she averages at around, 13,000 coins, and she gets to, 9,000 coins, 9.5. So 8.9, as you can see, is quite low for her. She's been lower than that once pretty much ever, and apart from that, she's been 9,000 coins and above, and that was on Black Friday when she got really low. So she is low right now, okay? Whereas if you check another card, like Ibanez, who is currently 37,000 coins, as you can see, 37,000 coins is literally his max price and is not low right now because we have a centre-back Evo out. So all you need to go and do is spot which cards and positions out of your Evo list are low. Like Salma and Liao is another one. He's another left winger who we've not had an Evo for a while. Go and buy a couple of these cards. How many is up to you. Depends on your budget. Depends on what type of card you're looking at. And add them to your transfer list, okay? So if I was you here, I might go and pick up 3 or 4 Leaos, 3 and 4 Salma. Depends on your coins. If you're only on 50,000 coins, you might literally just pick up one of these cards, right? And just hold them. Just hold them. Then, when you're back on the game, checking your list, wait until Liao fits into an Evo and he's 12,000 coins. Or he gets up to here and he's 14,000 coins. And with Salma, you've seen the same. You see when she spikes, she goes up to, well, she's not 100, but she goes up to, in the last 14 days, up to 20,000 coins or up to 17,000 coins. Which if you bought for 8.9, you can see it's like 8,000 coins profit at least. So go and add one of these cards to your transfer list or whatever and keep doing that. Whenever an Evo card in your super popular list gets low, you buy a couple of them. If they're very cheap, like Balde and Frimpong, or if they're a little bit more expensive, you can buy 1 or 2. It's up to you. Up to you. Add them to your transfer list and just wait for them to go up. You cannot get easier than that, but it's not as active as you might want it to be in terms of it can take like 2 or 3 weeks for a card to rise in price. So you might want a card that rises quicker than your Evo card. So what can we do for that? We can do Fodder. Fodder is very similar to Evo investing, but it's kind of less profits, but shorter time windows between when you buy and sell, which can lead to better profits in the long run. Now, a lot of you boys know how to trade Fodder, but if you don't know, worries. It's very, very simple, okay? Pick any rating. If you're new at this, you can pick any. If you've done this for a while, you probably have a reference for some of them. Genuinely, with Fodder, buy when it's low and sell when it's high. It's crazy how easy this can be, right? If you're someone who's very active on the game, I would not recommend this because you could buy 88 at 9.6. They go down to 9, and then eventually they go back up to 12. But when they went down to 9, you could have bought something else, you know, instead of buying these and waiting, right? But if you're the casual trader, right, and you want to make coins with not too much time on the game, go and check these fodder cards at 88. Go and check what they sell for at the high. So he highs at 14,500 coins. And as you can see, this low point for 88 is about 9.8 thousand coins. This is literally the lowest they've been since right at the start of the game. Does that mean they're going to skyrocket in price? No, obviously not. It doesn't mean they're going to skyrocket in price. But fodder always fluctuates up and down. And it's the same, and I recommend this so much. This is so, so important. It's the same with really low rated cards. And in my opinion, this is what you should do. If I was you, this is what I would do. I would stick to 84 rated and 85 rated. Why do I say this? Because 88 rated and 89s and 87s can genuinely get to some disgustingly low prices, and they can stay at 9,000 coins for ages, like weeks on end, right? What normally doesn't is 85s and 84 rated, because we get so many party bag SBCs, player pick SBCs, stuff that takes 184 85 rated squad, repeatable upgrade SBCs, right? This skyrockets 84s and 85s. And if you're a casual, just go and wait until 84s are at discard. They are currently at 800 coins, but you could just go bid on them at 700 coins at discard. You can do the same with 85s. 85s have lowered out at about 2,000 coins. If you see last 14 days, the lowest they got was 1.5, but the realistic low is about 2,000 coins. Whenever it gets to 2,000 coins, go and buy loads of them. Put them on your transfer list and wait for them to rise with any SBC. It can't get easier than that. But again, you might be asking, that is still buying a card and then holding it for a few days or a week's time. And you might want coins now to build a team, right? I completely understand. You need coins now to build a team for Weekend League or whatever it is. That is where lazy listing comes in. Now, lazy listing you can do on the companion app, so no excuses whatsoever. I don't want to hear it. Boys, there are 3 types of cards I would try and lazy list with. Chem styles, manager leagues, and icons. You can literally do it with everything. You can lazy list everything on the game, but they are my 3 favorites. Lazy listing is as simple as go and buy some cards for what they sell for, right? You're not sniping, you're not doing anything else. You can bid on them a little bit below, but you just basically go and buy what they sell for. So anchors right now sell for about 1.4 thousand coins. Because they sell for 1.4 thousand, I'd go bid on them for maybe like 1.3 thousand. You'll win every single bid pretty much at 1.3 thousand coins, right? Then go and list your anchors you've just bought up for 1.6 to 1.8 thousand coins. That is it. That is it. You're making 200 to 500 coins per card, and they will sell if you just keep relisting them. That is it. It's not crazy coins, but you can list 100 cards at once. If you make an average of, let's say, 400 coins per card, you'll make 40,000 coins per 100 cards you sell. They will not all sell instantly, but they all will sell. And it's just free coins while maybe you're sat playing rivals, champs, you know, it's anything. It's free coins. This works the exact same for manager leagues. You just go and pick a manager league, pick one that sells. So normally Premier League sells. Not always. You have to go and check this because sometimes it doesn't. But right now, as you can see, it sells. It's gone up to about 1.2 thousand coins. So all you need to do here for Premier League is go and bid on them for a tiny bit below that. But to be honest, boys, again, we're not spending time here. Go and bid at 1.1, maybe 1,000 coins, and then go and list them all up for 1.4 to 1.6 or 7,000 coins. And again, these will all sell. It is, again, 300 to 500 coins profit per card. Same as I said before, every 100 that sell, it's 40,000 coins, which you can go and use to do the next Evo or SBC. And again, it's free coins. But icons, boys, when you finally get these coins, how can you lazy sell icons? And specifically, when can you do it? Because lazy selling icons, we've spoke about before, and a lot of people have said, one, they either don't pop up, or two, they don't sell. This is really, really important, boys. Icons, buying and lazy selling icons is as simple as going to icon, putting max buy now at 67,000 coins, or sometimes even up to 68,000 coins. I prefer doing 67 personally and no more, and buying anything on the market that is there, right? As you can see, nothing there now. You can also do 70,000 coins, 60s, there you go, 67,000 coins bid, and go and bid on any icon like Perez, Hernandez, Crespo, Hernandez. You're not going to win these Gerrards and Petits and the Charbon come, but all these discard icons, go and bid up to 67,000 coins. That is it. That is it. And you go and lazy sell them all for 74 to 75,000 coins. So, for example, if we take a look at Perez, right? Perez does not sell for 75,000 coins. I've not checked this, but I can almost guarantee that he sells for a little bit below this. He sells for about 72,000 coins, okay? I can guarantee you can sell this Perez for 73, 74, or 75,000 coins if you just sit and lazy sell him. Now, that is only like 3,000, 4,000 coins profit, so it's really important you do this at the right time so you're not sat wasting your time, waiting for Perez to sell for like 4 days to just get 3,000 coins back. You need to do this at the right time. That takes us on, boys, to when to trade. When can you spend your precious time on FC26 and on the game? Because again, let's say you don't have a lot of time with work and with school. When should you actually spend your time on the game to be making the most coins possible? Boys, just before that, if you could leave a like on the video, if it does help you out, that really helps us out. I appreciate the support from all of you boys recently. And speaking of, I think it's about 20% of you boys who watch these videos are subscribed. So 80% and not subscribed. So if you all hit subscribe now, we might hit 10k and I'll do a hot tub live stream next, maybe. Please don't unsub. When do you not want to be on the game? You do not want to be on the game trading on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly even Thursday. If you're someone with not a lot of time, you can avoid those days, boys, for trading. Now, still, you know, play the game, do rivals, do what you need to do. Play your foot champs on a Monday, maybe. But on those days, just chill with trading, you know? Maybe lazy list some cards, whatever, but you don't need to be too active if you're trying to make coins. That's because we don't get much content. You don't get many SBCs. We don't get too much in general. And overall, less people are playing the game because there's no weekend league. So a lot of people just log in for weekend league on a weekend and they don't really do much else in the week, mainly the casuals, right? Also, another time not to trade in terms of time of the day is don't trade or be on the game trying to make coins at silly hours like overnight UK or in the morning European time. Just that is silly hours, right? And if you're not based in the UK, I'll get to that later and what you can do. So when do we trade? We trade on weekends if you can. So that means Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Specifically, Friday, 6 till 10 p.m. UK, and then pretty much all day Saturday and Sunday. Closer to content time, so 6 p.m. UK is better. But pretty much all day Saturday, Sunday is fine. Try and trade Friday, 6 till 10, Saturday, Sunday. They're the best times on the game because of weekend league, and it basically means people are more active on the game. And when people are more active on the game, you get more sells, more buys. And what it'll mean is, for example, with icons, right? If you go to max buy now, 67k, and you see how there's nothing here, more people will be selling their icons on weekends, on Fridays, on Saturdays, on Sundays. So the more times you search this, there'll be an icon on the market for below 67,000 coins. A lot of the times there's multiple. If you do this on Friday, sort of 6 till 8 p.m. UK, you'll see multiple icons on the market at different times throughout, you know, that period, right? Not only that, but more people are buying cards as well, which means when we do this icons at like 75,000 coins, more people are looking to buy these cards because they're building weekend league teams and, you know, building their squads to go play foot champs, right? So not only are you going to get more buys, you're also going to get more sales because more people are buying teams. So pretty much with icons as a great example, trading weekends is the #1 way to go and where to spend your time. And it does also mean, really important, boys, is that if you do want to trade at all, like actively trade. So let's say you're doing chem style special card trading, right? This is one of the ones we do all the time on stream. But let's say you're doing it and you don't have a lot of time during the week. I would only recommend doing this on weekends. So again, that's Friday 6 p.m. onwards, and then it's Saturday and Sunday. We get Collins there at 12:250. I'm pretty sure that's a buy. We'll pick it up there. I'm doing this on like midweek shitty time, right? It's going to take ages for me to pick up a lot of these cards. But if you do it on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll see a lot more of these cards popped, and it becomes a lot more worth it to do these trading methods, okay? Now, like I just said, what if you're not UK, right? What if you can't be on the game at content time because you're based in Australia like an idiot? Nah, I love you Aussies, right? But let's say you are based there and you can't, jump on the game at the same time everyone else does. What can you do? Honestly, boys, the best advice I can give you is focus on methods 1 and 2. So that is Fodder investing and Evo investing. Genuinely, focus in your, where your time is best spent, which is not going to be actively trading at like 2 a.m. UK when no one's on the game. And speaking of, boys, that probably also goes for you boys who just sit there and go, look, I don't like actively trading. I don't like sitting to sniping cards. What can I do? Is there not anything I can just buy, hold it, wait for it to go up, and that's it? Something that has like zero risk. I can buy it and just it will go up, guaranteed. I sell it, I make coins, I have fun. That is fine as well. I do understand it. And I have 4 things. So let's talk about what can you just buy and hold and there's no risk involved if you're literally just looking to make an extra couple of K, maybe 100K a week. Here's what I would do. Now, some of them we spoke about already, but it just goes back to those same points, boys, where there's some things that are just so obvious to not talk about. So number 1 is going to be discard fodder. Any fodder that's at discard, right now 84 rated. Always choose the highest rated, of course. I would never look to do 83s and 82s. I would always look to do 84s or 85s that are below 2,000 coins, right? So look to buy fodder at discard. You can literally just buy it. It's at discard. There's no risk, and then you wait for it to go up. Number 2 is similar, but with informs. You can go and check what the cheapest informs sell for, and whenever informs at all are below 11,000 coins at literally any point during the game, you can buy them at discard price below 11,000 coins, wait for them to rise like they have here to 13 or 14,000 coins, and sell them. It could take a week, could take 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. You can just buy, no risk. Make some coins when you sell them. It's free coins. Now, number 4 is the new one, but let's one more time talk about number 3, which is Evos. Now, again, it's not really just what we spoke about before with the list, because basically we're talking now about discard Evos. If we're talking no risk, we only want Evos that are maybe not discard, but fodder price, right? So an Evo at fodder price is any Evo where their price is just because they are fodder. So for example, 85s right now are 2.4 thousand coins. This Bremer is an Evo card, but he's also just the price of 85s. So you're almost buying him as fodder, but you're also buying him if he fits a potential Evo. This is normally my number 1. Another card that I love to do this with is Benzema. You'll have seen me talk about this Benzema a lot, right? He is 85 discard price at 2,300 coins. He's perfect for a striker Evo right now. You go buy a crap ton of Benzema, wait for him to go up for an Evo, and even if he doesn't go up for an Evo, he can just go up when 85 fodder goes up as well. But what is number 4? What is the new thing that I've not spoke about so far that you can just invest in and it'll go up? This is consumables when we get any consumable pack. So obviously you have to, wait until we get a consumable pack on the game. But genuinely, boys, anytime we get a consumable pack, so many people overlook this. I did it on the second account with anchors. I'm sure a lot of you will have seen. We went from 600,000 coins to near 1 million coins because we just bought anchors and waited for them to go up. All you do, boys, is when we get a mega pack or any pack that brings on tradable consumables onto the game, ideally through SBCs. So, for example, an SBC that gives a tradable premium gold pack because it has consumables in, right? Go and buy Chem Styles. I would avoid Shadow and Hunter because they're normally too expensive, but anchors and engines are my 2 favorite. They normally sit at about 1.5 to 2,000 coins. I think engines right now are very similar. They are 1.2. I think they're just under 1,000 coins. About, pretty much 1.1 thousand coins. When we get a consumable pack that brings engines onto the game and onto the market, they might go down to, like, say, 700 coins, 800 coins. Just go put all your coins into them at 700 coins on bids or 800 coins. Wait for them to go back to 1.1 or 1.2 thousand coins. And then sell them. It's simple as that, boys. It really is as simple as that. You can do it with any consumable that has value on the games. Like we just said before, manager leagues, they do it as well, but I prefer chemistry styles as they're guaranteed to rise pretty much. So how much can you expect to make per week if you're just a casual trader wanting to make some coins for your team? And what is that brutal, hard truth you kind of need to know if you're trying to be, a casual trader and just make coins but not spend too much time trading. Well, boys, if you nail an Evo investment, you can make 100k up to like 500,000 coins. If you get a card like Van der Ven, who went from 30,000 to 60,000 coins, you can literally double your coins. It's crazy. If you choose some cards like Fodder, you might make 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 coins, because normally the profit margins on Fodder, although it's very safe, is a lot smaller. But why am I giving such wide ranges for like the Van der Ven, saying, you know, why am I being so vague? Why can you double your coins? Or why can I not just say you'll make 50,000 coins a week? Well, the brutal hard truth about casual trading is that it completely depends on how many coins you already have. So obviously, I'm not liquid right now. I have 80,000 coins, but let's say I only had 80,000 coins total, and that was my entire coin balance, right? If I wanted to go and do fodder trading like Gabriel and wanted to buy him, let's say, at 9,000 coins, I can only obviously buy about, what, 9 of these cards? I can buy 9 of these cards at 9,000 coins, and I'd have to go and bid on them anyway, right? But let's say I go buy 9 of these Gabriel cards, and he goes up 1,000 coins, okay? I make 9,000 coins. Let's say he goes up 1,000 coins, you know, after tax. I make 9,000 coins. Now, if I had bought the exact same Gabriel and he went through the exact same rise, but I had 100,000 coins, 200,000 coins, or what if I had 1,000,000 coins? You can see I'm going to make a lot more coins. So if you're someone who's below 30,000 coins, the reason I think casual trading can be so frustrating is often you have to sit, buy the cards, invest in them, wait a week, and if you only invested 30,000 coins, you might only make 3,000 or 4,000 coins on a really good investment, which can be really frustrating. Because of that, boys, I will leave the 0 to 1 million coin guide linked at the end of the video. That is much more active trading, but it's so much better if you are like below 100,000 coins, and it gives you so much more opportunity to quickly get to 100, 200, 300,000 coins, and then you can start investing in different things in fodder and Evo cards, right? But either way, boys, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you learned something from the Evo investments, from the fodder investments, from the when to trade. I hope you all got something from it. And like always, boys, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.